May I take it that the Assembly wishes to adopt draft resolution A/70/L1? It is so decided.
We need action from everyone, everywhere. 17 Sustainable Development Goals are our guide. They are a to-do list for people and planet. To achieve these new global goals, we will need your high-level political commitment.
The G7 Plus was established in 2010. It groups 20 countries affected by conflict and fragility. Together we learn and share experiences. We try to find pathways towards peace and resilience. The G7 Plus's shared knowledge and experiences can ensure peace building and state building are achieved autonomously without the need for traditional development interventions. It is predicted that many of our G7 Plus countries will suffer the most by 2030 if Agenda 2030 is not achieved. In a spirit of volunteerism, 2 years after the adoption of Sustainable Development Goals, the G7 Plus countries have begun to monitor and report progress at the country level. However, many are still facing challenges how to gather data.
Les pays du G7+, ont peut-être connu les mêmes problèmes. Et aujourd'hui, tous ces pays ont une envie de sortir des problèmes, des conflits pour arriver à la résilience.
We should not be left behind. So that is why we have the conviction that we must implement the Agenda 2030.
Et c'est pourquoi nous voulons absolument être très actifs dans le G7+, parce que ça nous permettra d'atteindre les objectifs de développement que le pays s'est donné.
Together with our stakeholders, the G7 Plus has successfully negotiated Goal 16, Peace, Justice, and Strong Institutions. This goal is a foundation to developmental progress at the country level. Goal 16 puts G7 Plus countries in the driver's seat. It allows countries to build peaceful societies. It ensures that security access to justice for all and strong institutions respond to the needs of the population.
To achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, we have to reach more vulnerable people and renew our focus on prevention, sustaining peace, and peace building.
The peace will come if we all, in our society, we put the national interest above all.
Building peace, making peace, and sustaining peace is at the heart of the G7 Plus group. The 20 countries that have affected by conflict and fragility or are still experiencing conflict and violence.
SDGs are important for all countries, particularly developing countries and countries affected by conflict and fragility.
The G7 Plus development partners and donors also play a vital role. They help rebuilding strong institutions. They support country ownership and leadership in implementing a development agenda.
For the whole agenda, I think G7 Plus should look at Goal 16 as an accelerator for the other goals. If you look at it from the start to foster peaceful and just and inclusive societies, that is a prerequisite, I think, for the other goals also to be successful.
Well, I think it's very important that justice be local and that the local population have ownership. If you think about justice, if you think about the rule of law, it is there for the people to resolve their problems and their disputes, so that it is the people who know best how to administer the justice.
If people can access justice, if they feel represented by strong and accountable institutions, they will turn less easily to violence.
It is of fundamental importance to have solid institutions to support our efforts in exit fragility. The G7 Plus Secretariat recently expanded its presence in Europe by opening its hub office in Lisbon in May 2017. Lisbon City Council has provided a space for 20 years for the G7 Plus Secretariat to be operational from Europe by signing a Memorandum of Understanding with Lisbon City Council.
The G7 Plus Secretariat provides services to its 20 member states. We promote advocacy, representing member states at the operational level in global stage in a unique way.
To G7+, achieving sustainable development goals means that our countries are under peaceful and stable conditions. We feel secure to go to school, access clean water and health services, and do business. Then we can call ourselves out of fragility. The journey continues, with a lot more left to achieve on the path to resilience and peace.